diving into the world of AMC. Anglais mode contemporain, with someone who knows it best, Mrs. Patricia. We're so glad to have you here with us.
Hi, Elena. Thank you so much for having me. And I'm happy to introduce AMC.
Before we talk about AMC in depth, could you tell us when and why it was created?
AMC was introduced to school this academic year, so this is our first year. And we wanted to offer students additional spécialités. The main goals of AMC is to help students get out of grammar, think outside the grammar box, and go for critical thinking, go for the subjects of the real world, and understand cultures, contemporary issues. That's it.
To get a sense of what students around school think of AMC, we asked a few bac and second students what they understand about AMC. So that's what we're going to play. Let's see what they said.
I think that students choose AMC to improve their English skills, become more confident, and prepare for future studies or careers.
So many students tend to take AMC because English is seen as the language of the future. It's used in many different fields like technology, education, and science. And most importantly, here in Lebanon, Lebanese students consider leaving the country after finishing their college degree. So they really need a really good level of English, like B+, for a better employment experience abroad.
I think students who take AMC are usually the ones who are applying to English universities. For example, we have LEU or AUB, because they're the ones who really need to hone in on this language. They're going to carry it with them throughout their whole university curriculum.
أنا نقدت بAMC لأنه الدومين تبعي بعدين هو script writing. لازم أكون أعرف أكتب بالإنجليش وهيك. فبالAMC بتعلم كيف أعمل كومنتير مزبوط وشو اللي لازم أكتبه الفوكاب مزبوط. وأصلا AMC was really interesting وفتت فيها لأنه أنا بحب الإنجليش وأنا شاطر بالإنجليش.
Honestly, I think people choose it because they're good at English and it feels like the easiest option for them.
So these were great experiences and great opinions from all our students. So let's get started. So let's say you meet a student in the hallway and they ask you, what's AMC really about? How would you be able to explain it in simple words?
Okay, I would tell the student that AMC is not only using English. It is using English to understand what's happening around us in the world. It is using English to talk about real topics like media, culture, education, global challenges. So students use English to express their opinion and think critically.
Besides improving their English, what other skills do students develop?
As I have said, students develop many skills, and the most important one of them is critical thinking. They also develop self-confidence because they need to learn how to speak. They need to exchange with each other. They need to confront each other. They need to organize their ideas in a logic way in order to defend their opinion. And this is very important.
Now that we understand a bit about AMC, could you tell us in class what actually happens in class? Like what activities do they do? What topics do they cover? We want to make AMC more tangible for our listeners so they can actually picture a real lesson.
Okay. Students in class, they are all the time interactive. They debate around so many issues. They analyze videos, articles, up-to-date videos and articles, what's happening around us in the American world, in the English-speaking world, not only American. So we go to the UK also. They work in groups and they have projects to present orally.
Who do you think should join AMC? Do you think it's only for students who already are already good at English-speaking skills, or do you think other students could benefit from it?
It's not necessary to be excellent in English. You have to be good at the language so you can understand what's going on in the videos and in the text that you will be reading. So it's for everyone who can understand the language. It is going to help them be more curious about what's happening around them. It is so students need to be motivated. If they are not motivated, then they will not accomplish the tasks given. And they need to like going into discussions. They need to be willing to grow in the language, not only learn it as it is.
Now, what kind of studies does AMC usually lead to?
AMC, as we said, it is Anglais du Monde Contemporain. So this is something that takes us beyond the Lebanese border. So it is something international. So if they intend to go in international relations, in business, journalism, communication, law, international law, and anything that needs critical thinking, AMC would be helpful for it.
Now, in scenarios of real world, like let's say that a student wants to work internationally or wants to study abroad, how would AMC help?
As I told you, it will help them in seeing the world from a different perspective. They will be dealing with topics, texts, and videos, and they will learn how to analyze them, how to criticize them, and how to try to think from a different point of view other than the one they believe it is the correct one.
So now we asked a few students what were their worries about AMC. So we've selected a few that gather up the most frequent questions, and we hope to be able to answer them with Ms. Patricia.
I'm not sure how it's graded, so I think that's something that would stress me a bit.
My biggest concern for AMC is whether it covers both academic and real-life English, because we all know that they're both two very distinct and different things.
My main concern, I think it's probably like if AMC will be too demanding or they will be too strict in grading.
My main concern is that it can be challenging, time-consuming, and feel stressful when combined with other subjects.
My major concern about the AMC is that considering it's a literature subject and not a scientific one, it can be really hard to analyze and break down text and trying to express your perspective to the teacher without being subjective or objective. It's like in between, and students may find it hard to adapt because this type of learning was never introduced to us before.
Of course, it is demanding, like any other subject. You have to read, you have to work, you have to participate, you have to be prepared. It is sure. You don't have to be perfect. That is 100%. You have to try doing what? To try analyzing subjects. So it's not pure grammar. It is not academic as you know English is. It is more of real subjects of everyday life events and incidents. As I said, it is demanding, yes, but it is not time-consuming. It is not literature. You don't have literary books to read, but you have many articles and you have many videos to watch from what's happening around you in the world. And we're here to support you, to guide you, to improve, so don't worry.
Thank you, Miss. Very great feedback. Is there anything we'd like to add?
Yes, I forgot. Someone asked me about the grading system.
Yes.
There is one part in AMC that students don't know about, which is translation. So they have a part of the grade based on translation and the other one based on commentary that they have to write.
Thank you, Miss. Great feedback. Before we wrap everything up, there's just one question that I'd like to ask. If you could define AMC in one word, how would you do it?
It is an opportunity to grow, discover, and have new doors for the future.
We've reached the end of our deep dive into AMC. Huge thank to Mrs. Patricia and to all the students that shared their honest experiences. We truly hope that you all now understand what AMC is, why students join, and how it can help you in the future. Remember, stay positive, learn, and keep growing.